think everybody knows how this works. If you have a question, go ahead and put it in the chat box. Emma's the first half, I'm going to be kind of leading the show, and then Emma's going to take over and be in the driver's seat. So if you have questions, just go ahead and put it in the chat box, and hopefully we can answer your questions. And Mona Lisa, thank you very much for stepping up this year. We really appreciate it, along with of course, our other coordinators. You know, it's a big deal for us, and we can't do it without you. And Quincy, our hats off to you. I'm not sure if you've heard the results of the fall product program, but Quincy was up 56% in sales. So Quincy rocks. And you know what? You held up the sale for us. So we really appreciate what's going on in your neck of the woods. So here we go. Our fall product program is going to run from, at least our direct sale, will run from February 7th to March 22nd. Our theme this year is Wow the World. I gotta click on something. Okay. At your regional office, I've inter-office material for our Quincy area, and anybody who's not from Quincy, after we do our trainings, I'll be leaving packets for you. But at the regional office, we have our coordinator agreements, our troop coordinator guides, troop by service units, and bad debt by region. So just like previous years, everybody has a folder with that information in it, and those troop guides is kind of based on the number of troops that participated last year. There will be additional guides at the Quincy office if you need them. So if you think you need a few more, you know, before you get started, go ahead and grab them. As far as tomorrow's email, I'll have tonight's PowerPoint sent out, along with what we call, you know, common problems and solutions during the program, and also a regional troop training schedule for everybody to look at. We have some goals this year, of course. Our budget, we have our budgeted sales this year is $6,566,560, and I put a comma in the wrong place there. But anyway, it's still the same number, and that's based off of 7,216 girls participating in the program, with a per girl average of a 182. And last year, that's right where we were at for our per girl average, was 182. Of that $6 million, we want 2,500 of those to be up cases for our Operation Cookie Share program. And also of that $6 million, we want 325,000 to come from our online sales. And each year our online sales grows. And last year it grew, I think it grew about 8 or 9%. So this year we're hoping for another 5.5% increase, and that will bring us up to 325,000 in online sales. Coming your way soon, you may have already received troop materials. I'm not sure. They are just being sent out, I think, on Monday. So anyway, your troop materials is coming, and that's 40% of the number of troops that participated in your area last year, plus a few more. You'll also get a 7-pack variety pack of the cookies to share in your trainings. And again, that is being shipped out this week. So heads up on that. As far as what's new for the program this year, finally, we have something to compete with the lemonades, and it's called the Lemon Ups. And we've had sample cookies now, and I'll tell you what, those Lemon Ups are very, very good. We're really excited about them, and we think they're going to do very well this year. So here's a quick look at a little little promotional page for our Lemon Ups, and everyone is pumped up about Lemon Ups. And it's really true. You know, everybody's been asking about when we're going to get a new lemon cookie and get rid of those Savannah Smiles, and here they are, and they're really, really very good. And not only are they good, you know, they're a good-looking cookie, and they also promote our mission as well. There'll be 12 cookies for each pack, or each box, or plastic pack, I guess you would call it. And there's 8 different sayings in the cookies, anywhere from I'm a go-getter to I'm creative, I'm bold, I'm gusty, I'm a leader, and so on. And you know, when our customers get a hold of this cookies, they'll really kind of begin to, you know, when they're eating on that cookie, I think they'll be proud that they bought a Girl Scout cookie as they see these sayings on them. So we're really happy about that, and we're excited for big things out of our Lemon Ups this year. Just kind of an FYI, the Girl Scout GSUSA marketing team has what we call an embargo on this cookie. So we're glad to talk about Lemon Ups internally. You know, we want you to know about it. We want you to get a chance to try them out. You know, and we want our troop leaders to be informed and know about the cookie and so on. But at the same time, we want to keep this message internal to GSCI. And what we really don't want to happen is to get this out to the press and have the press break the news before GSUSA marketing team launches the news. So we do want to kind of keep this under our hats, and it's kind of like our secret little party, okay? And once January 7th comes along, then we can spill the beans. Also new this year, our program provides 1 additional week, and for our coordinators who have been with us a couple years, you notice each year we kind of add an additional week, and really that affects our finance department with their ACH in a big way. So this year we just added that additional week on. There will not be a week after that, but we just did include it in our program this year. Also, our digital order card, or our online sales, is going to be starting a little bit earlier this year. I'll talk about that. And also, you know, in our trefoil boutiques, we tried something new last year, and that was to put the little brownie items up for sale for cookie dough, also cash and credit card. And it kind of took a little luster off of those items. And some of the girls complained, and troop leaders complained that, hey, these are special items and they shouldn't be bought for cash. So we listened, and our product sales team kind of decided on this as well. And so there we are. We're going to have little brownie items for cookie only. Also, we have just kind of an FYI, and you as coordinators won't be too involved in this at all, really. This is something Emily and I are going to be working with. We're doing an instant rewards pilot program, and Emma will be talking a little bit about that. But we want to try a couple new things out with our rewards and see how it affects our girl participation and our per girl average. So it's a little pilot program. We'll probably have about 50 troops, 660 girls participating in the program to see how this unique way of presenting our rewards will work. Also, a change this year. You know, every year we have the troop $100 bonus. This year it's been changed from 160 per girl average to 180 per girl average, and this kind of reflects, you know, our per girl average has been going up year after year. It is a bit of a challenge. It should be a stretch goal, and so we've updated that to 180 per girl average on the initial order only. Also, we've added an addendum to this because, quite honestly, we have some bad debt at the end of the program, and it takes a lot of time and effort to catch up on that bad debt. So for troops to earn that $100 bonus, not only do they have to qualify on the initial order, but they must pay their troop bill by the final ACH due date to have that final qualifier for the troop $100 bonus. Do you have any questions so far?
None so far.
Okay. Also new this year, in the past we've had the cookie pin, and there's been a change in the name of the cookie pin. It is now called the Cookie Entrepreneurial Family Pin. And this is a year-by-year cookie pin, and there'll be pins available for daisies through ambassadors. So if you might recall, there was just one cookie pin for all, and with this program, there are pins for daisies through ambassadors, and the qualifiers will be on our website. So that's something new, and also it'll be in our troop coordinator guide. We have the opt-out option reward this year, our option this year, and our cookie committee has decided, we presented it to them, and we've changed from ambassadors on up to juniors on up. So now we have another age group included in that opt-out reward option. There are a few eBuddy upgrades that Emma will talk about, and our troop receipt books, we're going from 3 receipt books to 2, and the reason for that is they've made those receipt books bigger, so we're going to start out giving our leaders 2 receipt books instead of 3. Also, we have a new reward that is not in our troop coordinator guide. It's just been announced through our CEO, Pam Kovacevic. We're going to offer the Girl Conference as a reward at the 1500 level. And this will be for girls 14 and older, and they must be 14 at the time of the conference. Also new, we have some new packaging. And so here's a quick look at our upgraded and updated cookie boxes. And the girls on those packages are from 2 years ago, girls that won the Cookie Pro contest. And so those are real Girl Scouts on the boxes, and we're really excited to have our very own on each of these 7 varieties of cookies. Coming back this year, of course, we're doing the direct sale again. I will have the digital order card again. That's the online program. True Profit, once again, is 60 cents a box. For those troops who choose that opt-out option, it's 85 cents a box. And our famous Disney trip is back as well. So moving on to coordinator responsibilities, and you've all seen this before, including Mona Lisa. This will look familiar to you. We'd like you to secure your delivery locations and have that information emailed to Emma by December 1st. Now I've got in quotes here, collect and turn in troop coordinator agreements. So there's been an upgrade on eBuddy. So we're going to talk about that just a little bit, but if you want to collect your troop agreements, if you're comfortable with that, go ahead and collect those, and then you can give them to staff at the delivery time. But there's a nice little secret out there that we'll be sharing with you. Also, please schedule your troop pickup and oversee cookie distributions to your troop, review the reward orders as they come in, and also conduct troop training and provide troop material for those leaders who attend your troop trainings. Any questions on that? Okay. As far as our troop coordinator guide, and Mona Lisa will recognize this as well. We've had this for several years, and the troop guide has been very useful to us and includes all the information and details about the cookie program. It includes all ordering and cookie and transfer procedures. And the front cover, just as you turn the page, has all the important dates regarding our program. Any registered Girl Scout that does not owe money to GSCI and has a parent permission slip on file may participate in the program. In your folders that will be at the regional office, we do have a listing of bad debt girls by region. Emma and I are going to try our best to capture all those girls and kind of isolate those girls and deactivate them, so the leader doesn't have the option to add orders for them. But if you have any questions, you can always refer to that bad debt listing. Our parents and guardians, of course, have responsibilities as well. And of course, we want each girl to have a signed parent permission form. And we'd like you to keep those on file, or have our troop leaders keep those on file and turn those in case the girl has an outstanding balance form. We'd like our parents to help their Girl Scouts set their goals. Of course, the parents, it's their obligation to pick up the cookies and the order cards from their troop leader at the designated site and date. And just kind of an FYI, those order cards will be delivered to your home the first week in January, and so you can give those out at delivery time. So we're trying to keep the early orders to a minimum, and so we found that seems to be working the best. Also, we would want our parents to work with their Girl Scout to set up and improve their online site, or digital order card as we call it. And of course, it's the parents' responsibility to get the money back to the leaders by the due dates. Any questions so far? Okay. So here's the big picture. We start off with our training, then we go into kind of a combination of our digital order card, online sales, and the initial order. And then we have, of course, the delivery of our cookies. Then we go into the direct sale, the selling and restocking of cookies, and then moving on to reward orders. A quick look at our training. There'll be 7 regional troop trainings, and in the morning I'll be sending you the dates for those as well. And of course, Jess has that information for the Quincy region to move. Troop planning for the initial order, and this will look familiar to everybody. Again, troops have 2 kinds of concerns, and one is how much should they order, and will they order too much? But first, I'd really like to, kind of impress upon not only you, but as you talk to the leaders about the initial order, because really the initial order is one of the biggest influences we have on the sale. It's a big, one of the influences you have as you talk to the leaders, and it's a major influence for the leaders on the success of their program. And we track this every year. And so last year, there were 709 troops that placed an initial order, and their per girl average was 184. And compare those to the 95 troops that did not place an initial order, or they were mimicking an order card sale, their per girl average was 127. And it's quite a dramatic difference. It's a 31% difference, or for each girl, it's a 57 box difference just by not having cookies when the program starts. And the reason for it is it's simple marketing. Customers are going to purchase cookies if we have them when they want them. And for troops that don't place an initial order, they're losing out on that first week of the program, which is the biggest selling week that we have. So here, our recommendation is that troops order up to 75% of last year's total sales, but not more than 180 per girl average, or 75% of their last year's per girl average, but not more than 180 per girl average. And of course, that 180 comes from that troop bonus. So in my opinion, once the troop reaches that troop bonus, I think that should be the end of their ordering, so they don't put themselves in a position of over ordering. We never know what's going to happen with the weather, and I would say be on the safer end of that 180 per girl average, and stay there and not go over. So that's my recommendation. As in previous years, we have the interactive spreadsheet that estimates the initial orders for existing troops and for new troops. And this has worked out pretty good. It's a real nice conversation starter, especially for new troops, but it also for existing troops, it gives a nice breakdown of, on sales based on last year selling percentages. So really, the troop just needs, if they're an existing troop, they just need last year's sales or last year per girl average, or and the number of girls selling. And for the new troops, they just need the number of girls selling and knowing what what level they are. So based on daisies through cadets and on, we have the per girl average of those groups. So it's based off that. It's a really simple spreadsheet, couple numbers put in, and we have a really nice conversation starter and a breakdown by variety. These spreadsheets, again, will be in the cookie form section of our website, getyourgirlpower.org. And for those people who like to do things by hand, and if they don't believe the spreadsheet, they can look on page 12 of the coordinator guide and walk through the process step by step. So as you're doing your trainings, I'm hoping that you would point out that this spreadsheet is a really nice starting point. When troops order 75% of last year's sales or per girl averages, but not more than 180 per girl average, troops inventory success is going to be much more likely. Everybody knows that low initial orders or no orders results in missed sales opportunities. Of course, we want our girls to have as much opportunity to reach their goals, and we also want our troops to have as much troop possible as they can. And so troops can get up to $35 more per girl if they place an initial order. This will make less work for our leaders and for our parents. There's going to be a higher customer satisfaction rate. And we have studied this. We've looked at this since our direct sale began. And it is not the initial order where the troops create excess inventory. It's once we go into the direct selling phase. And we have a few tips on that as well. So do we have any questions?
No. Should I open it up and unmute everyone in case they can't
Sure.
type in the chat box? All right. So I'm going to unmute everybody. So if you do have any questions, feel free. I'll keep it open here for a second or two.
Are we good, Mona Lisa?
We're good.
All right.
All right. If no one opposes, I'll go ahead and mute everybody then.
We will keep on going then. So the initial order phase, it begins January 3rd and runs through January 14th. Just like was last year the first year with the single sign-on? I think it was. Last year was the first year with the single sign-on. And what that means is entering into the eBuddy system is email driven instead of password driven. Now this might be a little bit new for Mona Lisa, but it's really simple. So December 6th, our troop leaders will receive an email with a link to sign on to our Cookie Tech portal. And it's really simple. They enter their email, they create and change their own password. And then here's the best part. The troop coordinator agreements, they have to electronically sign. And I did change, I have a spelling error there. I changed that in the other one. But the troop leaders, before they enter into the eBuddy system, they have to sign the troop agreement. And that's not only for the troop leader, anybody in the troop who enters eBuddy has to have that troop agreement. So literally, we will have a troop agreement on file for everyone that enters into the eBuddy system. But again, if you feel better and you like that comfort form for the leaders to sign the paper copy, you have those as well. Then once they assign the agreement, they'll update the personal profile, and then there are different platforms that they can enter, and they choose the platform that they want, which is using the eBuddy system. And they can either access the eBuddy system, or we have what's called VIP e-training, the ideal cookie sale, and also we have what's called the eBuddy Troop App Plus. And on that Troop app, which is being used more and more, our younger leaders prefer the app over laptops now. And that single sign-on method, once they upload the app, they can use that same email and password to access the Troop App Plus. And then future logons will be ebuddy.littlebrownie.com, just like before. So here's a quick look. Once they enter the Cookie Tech portal, once they sign on, it says you signed on successfully. And then here they can choose the platform that they want. Now, the leaders won't have the option for the eBuddy demo. However, we are sending you instructions tomorrow on how to get into the eBuddy system. And if you want to play around with one of the troops or play around, you'll be logged on as a service area coordinator, and you can kind of look around that way. So that way, Mona Lisa, you can get yourself familiarized with the new eBuddy system. So again, for the initial order, here's a quick look at what the leaders will see when they place the initial order. They simply click on the initial order tab, and they can place their order by individual girls. So all the girls that are uploaded into the eBuddy system will automatically populate for them. And so if they want, they can place the order by individual girls, or they can put it in by troop, or they can put it in a combo. If they want to order extra boost sale cookies, they can do that at that time as well. Again, just like before, everything is ordered in boxes instead of cases. So, leaders have the option to order up to the box. And also at the very end, as they place their order, it's going to show how many extra cookies they're going to have left over after they place their initial order. So if they don't want those extra cookies, they can go ahead and adjust those orders so they come up to even cases. So it's kind of the best of both worlds on the eBuddy ordering site. Now, one thing that's really nice is once that initial order is placed, and if the initial order is placed by individual girls, then those sales automatically move over to the girl order tab for the troop leader. So there's no extra work on the leader's part concerning the initial order. Any questions on that?
None so far.
Okay. So some of the common eBuddy transactions are entering girl sales and payments, placing a pending order, troop-to-troop transfers, entering boost sale locations, or using the boost scheduler. And Mona Lisa, the boost scheduler hasn't changed at all. So that's just like before. The boost scheduler, Emma's going to talk about. They'll enter their reward orders on the eBuddy site, and all of this information is in the Troop Coordinator Guide, and there's a step-by-step process for all of the above and more eBuddy transactions. And also, let me tell you, Emma's really been working hard over the summer. She's put together some really clever training videos, all the major transactions at eBuddy, and it's almost like a cartoon, and it's really fun, and it's engaging for our leaders, and I think it's a step up from that old mug who used to do the training videos. So we're looking for some excitement on that as well. So just a reminder, we had three upgrades last year. They're still there. So girl payments can be added after the reward order is due. So even though we're done placing our reward orders, leaders are still collecting money so they can keep track of girl payments. Leaders can post cookie exchanges in your service area. Now, do you talk about that?
Yes.
Emma's going to talk about that. And there's a boost sale wait list as well. And Emma will talk about that also. So those are really nice upgrades to our eBuddy system that are coming back this year. As I mentioned, we do have the Troop eBuddy app, and sometimes it just blows my mind, this technology. And the younger people are living on their phones, and it's showing it. We get reports on the app use, and it grows exponentially. It will grow again this year. Before we kind of tried to lay it all out and how it all worked, but you know what? The millennials know how it works. It's easy. So you don't download that on Google Play or iTunes or on the Little Brownie website. And the Troop eBuddy app does exactly what the laptop does. So everything eBuddy does on the laptop, the Troop eBuddy Plus does as well. So,
I'm ready.
okay, go ahead. We're gonna hand this off to Emma, and she's gonna talk about our digital order card.
All right, we just gotta switch driver seats here. Okay. All right, thank you everybody for bearing with us here. So as CJ mentioned a little bit earlier in the training, our digital order card program has really grown over the last few years, and we saw a lot of success with it last year, and we're hoping to see even more growth this year. So the digital order card system is actually going to open a little bit earlier than it did last year. Last year we opened it around January 28th, and so we had about a week before our regular sales began. This year we're actually going to open it up January 6th so that girls can begin to take orders for cookies and be prepared for the sale to kick off in February then. So the digital order card process, there is video support on our website about the digital order card, but girls will receive their Ready, Start, Register email on January 6th. Then with the help of a parent, especially if they're a younger girl, they will set up and publish their site. The parent will approve the digital cookie site. Then the girl and their parents can add customers and send emails to their customers around their neighborhood and around the country for cookie purchases. So looking at who can participate in the DOC program, any registered Girl Scout who has a parent's active email on file can use the digital order card program. So that is something, if you have troop leaders who are approaching you about how they can get registered for the digital order card, just encourage them to share with staff what email address they prefer, because sometimes the one they give us in our Salesforce system is not the one they prefer. So just make sure they share that with us. They can also, if troops or parents are having issues logging into the DOC, they can call our customer care line. That number is right there for you, or email us at customercare@girlscouts-gsci.org, and we'll get you set up there as well. Those emails and phone calls trickle down to me, and I get them in the digital order card system. So the customers who shop online actually have several different options on how they can have their purchases shipped to them. They can choose to use UPS to ship to their homes. There are shipping fees that we'll go over here a little bit shortly. There's also the option to have cookies delivered by a Girl Scout, which we call in-person delivery. So a customer will order online, pay online, but then a Girl Scout will use cookies from her inventory to deliver to that person. A customer shopping online can also choose to donate to our Operation Cookie Share program online. Then the beauty of this is that all options are paid via credit card. So there is no money for the girl or the troop to collect. So that's really, really nice. There is a minimum 4 package order, but that can be of any combination. So if somebody really loves their Samoas, they can get 4 boxes of that and get it shipped to them. So for the in-person delivery, it does require a parent approval. We want to make sure that we're keeping our Girl Scouts safe and that they're only delivering to people that they are familiar with. So parents have 5 days to either approve or decline an order. We really don't see very many orders declined in our council, but if an order is declined, a customer can choose to donate their order, or they can skip the order entirely. And then once that has been processed, the cookies are delivered to the customer by the Girl Scout. The one thing to note when we are training our leaders and as we're teaching them about eBuddy, that in-person delivery does have to be manually added to the Girl Sales tab. So if a customer on the digital order card chooses to have their cookies shipped, that transaction will automatically transfer over to the Girl Order tab in eBuddy. But for any in-person delivery, the leader will have to add those. We do understand that throughout the cookie season, our leaders are busy, and so there are a couple really helpful reports that they can run. Some leaders even choose to wait till the end of the season to do this. We can encourage our leaders to run the Girl Delivery Recap, which can be found on the Troop dashboard, or the Girl Delivery Detail from the Reports tab in eBuddy. For shipped DOC orders, again, all major credit cards are accepted. If a variety becomes unavailable from the baker level, that will be pulled and customers will not be offered that variety. So we won't be promising customers cookies that we can't fulfill. The shipping costs, as you can see here, are listed. They have not changed from last year. and they are pretty fair for shipping food and chocolate products across who knows where. As leaders are trying to learn about the digital order card, you can point them to videos on our website. And one thing again to note is that all shipped digital order card orders automatically move to the Girl Sales tab. So that's great for the leader. They don't have to worry about entering anything like that. For digital cookie help, if there is an order issue, we want to check the status of your order, or a leader is having an issue with digital cookie, we're going to go ahead and point them right to the digital cookie helpline. There is a dedicated line just for digital cookie help. So you can see that number there, or if a leader visits the website listed there, there is a live chat option that people can use to solve their digital cookie issues or look at their order status as well. Any questions so far?
Well, they just wanted, one of the questions was, are there places that cookies can't be shipped?
Okay.
And that is overseas.
Okay.
And also, Alaska will have an additional charge.
Okay, good to know. Oops. Whoa. Okay, so looking at the delivery schedule, our regional areas will be receiving their cookies anywhere between January 31st and February 6th. That will be for the service unit and all the troops to come pick up for their cookies and their initial order. So looking at cookie delivery and distribution, as the coordinator, you will want to make sure that you communicate with your troops about a cookie pickup location and time. You also want to remind your leaders to bring a vehicle big enough for all their cookies, or maybe multiple vehicles if need be. And you'll also want to help load your troops' cookies in their car. It's a great idea to ask for help from your leaders. I know a lot of times if you offer them the ability to take their troops' cookies after they've helped you, that sometimes helps get leaders to come and help you. But really, the more hands, the merrier. It really makes things go easily, and won't get tired of lugging all those cookie boxes around. We'll also want to remember to give out order cards to our leaders. Those will be arriving to you the first week in January, and we ask that you pass them along to the leaders at your delivery sites. So then we will move into our direct sale portion of our program. Again, that will run from February 7th through March 22nd, and we refer to that as the selling and restocking phase. So we had mentioned before about how some tips to avoid OSBs and excess inventory, and as promised, here it is. One big key thing to tell our leaders is to only order on commitments from parents. A lot of times a leader may send out a text and say, hey, I'm going to place an order. Does anybody need cookies? If they don't hear back from a parent, they should not order cookies for that girl because there's no commitment from that parent. Also, we want to make sure that our leaders are always having their receipts signed before the parents take cookies, because again, we want receipts, receipts, receipts. One big key piece, and we want to make sure that we are communicating this loud and clear to all our troop leaders and parents. We do not want parents returning cookies to their troop leaders. Every year we see troop leaders who are kind enough to take them on, but then they're saddled with that debt. And so do not allow, we don't take back from leaders, so leaders should not take back from parents. One thing too, especially with our new troop leaders, to let them know that demand from customers is greater during the first 2 weeks, and it will drop in week 3. It's been seen every year, and so they will want to be less aggressive with their ordering after that time period. About 75% of our total covered orders for the sale occur during the first 2 weeks, and then it drops off from there. It's also important for leaders to stay current with their troop inventory. That way they know exactly what their troop has and what they need if they need any cookies. And with that troop inventory, we want to make sure that leaders are allowing demand to dictate their troop orders. Instead of trying to order to a certain reward or a certain level, make sure that demand is telling these leaders what they should be placing an order for. And then leaders can always use covered orders to make sure that they have met any additional cookie demands or make sure they have the correct variety mix. It's great again this year, all varieties can be traded out for each other. So we do have 6 covered order opportunities. These will begin on February 9th and run through March 15th. So a pending and covered order for troop leaders that you may be training that don't know, that is an opportunity for them to supply additional troop needs. The beauty of a covered order is that troop leaders do not have to order in full cases, especially towards the end of the season. We see leaders who place orders for 2 or 3 boxes of Thin Mints just to make sure that they have those Thin Mints. So it's really nice they don't have to order in full cases. There will be 6 covered orders, 1 per week. The first is due by 8 p.m. on February 9th, and the last will be due on March 15th. We also want to make sure as we're training our leaders that they know to choose the cupboard that they are looking for from the available location listing. We hate to see troop leaders accidentally put for a different area across the council, so we want to make sure they're checking where they're picking up at. We do have 2 different kinds of cookie cupboards throughout the program. We have our full service cupboards and our express cupboards. So our full service cupboards are going to be located at our service centers in Bloomington, Decatur, Peoria, and Springfield. Those service centers will open for cookie cupboards on the 30th of January and will close on March 31st. Quincy and Champaign are based out of a local warehouse, and so you will want to have leaders contact the service center for hours of operation on that. We will have a few extended full service cookie pickup hours this year. So Friday, February 14th, 21st, and 28th, our offices will be open until 5 p.m. for cookie pickup. In Peoria, their office will be open Saturday, February 15th and 22nd, but not the boutique. And then Saturday, March 7th, all the service centers will be open 9:30 to 1, along with the shop for cookie pickup as well. At these full service cupboards, we do take walk-in orders, but especially towards the end of the season, you want to encourage leaders as you're training them to call ahead to make sure we have the variety that they're looking for, because we hate to see them waste a trip for a cookie we don't have in that service center. We will also trade out cookies, but same thoughts apply. Make sure to call ahead to make sure that the proper varieties are available. So what we can tell our leaders to expect is that we will be ordering on an as-needed basis. So if a troop really needs to make sure they have a certain amount or variety of cookies, they'll want to place a covered order. If they place a covered order by Sunday night, a troop leader can expect to pick up their cookies by the Thursday that following week. We also will have volunteer express cupboards throughout our council. These are maintained by volunteers. The cookies are delivered to a location on a Friday, and then the volunteers at that express cupboard will coordinate delivery pickup times with the troops in their area on Friday or Saturday. After the troops pick up the cookies, that cupboard is closed. There's no availability for walk-in orders or swaps because the exact number of cookies that are needed for the order are delivered to each of those sites. So again, we want to make sure our leaders know they will not be able to take walk-in orders or swaps.
Just one addendum to that is Debbie has her deliveries on Thursday.
Okay, that's right. I forgot about that. Yep, thank you. And the volunteer express cupboards are only open the 1st through the 3rd weeks of the 5 or the 6 cupboard order weeks. After that, everyone will just need to go to a full service cupboard at their service center or in Quincy, your local warehouse. Cookie booths are a great opportunity for troops in your service unit to get their troop mission out there, to get their goal out, to have lots of publicity for the Girl Scouts in general. So cookie booths can, we had said that Debbie has her express cupboards are on Thursday instead of Friday. So that was the one change. I misspoke on that. So Debbie's area picks up cookies on Thursday. So cookie booths begin Friday, February 7th, right as the sale begins. This year, again, Girl Scouts as a GSUSA has a national agreement with Walmart and Sam's Club. This does mean that troops will need to contact their local Walmart or Sam's Club to set up a booth. We will not handle the scheduling of booths for Walmart or Sam's Club, so you'll want to encourage your troops to contact their local Walmart or Sam's. This year, we will also be offering booths at various Walgreens throughout our council, as well as Joann Fabric and Farm and Fleet stores throughout our council as well. We do encourage troops to have other cookie booths, so we want to think about high visibility, high traffic areas, and it's a great way, again, to share troop goals and to share a little bit about what our council does with Operation Cookie Share. Okay. So the cookie booth scheduler includes locations that, as a council, we are responsible for scheduling. The first online reservation sign-up period is a first come, first serve period of time. So on Friday, January 17th at 9 a.m., the booth scheduler will open. Troops can log in on a first come, first serve basis and sign up for a maximum of 2 booths per troop through January 19th. Then on January 20th, open reservation begins and troops can continue to sign up for however many booths their hearts desire. Troops are also not limited to our eBuddy locations, so we want to encourage them. We all know in our local communities the little gems that not everybody else knows about that has high visibility and high traffic. Those are great locations to host a cookie booth. So troops, if they do choose to host their own booth locations, they will want to enter their booth sale information on the booth site tab, and that will let them be included on the cookie locator. So as some of you may be aware, there is that GSUSA hosted cookie locator site where all a customer needs to do is type in their zip code and a certain range that they're looking for in cookies, and any troop selling cookies, free marketing, they're listed right there. So last year, we had over 21,000 customers who looked up cookie booths in our council. So in just Central Illinois, 21,000 customers looked up where cookie booths were in their area. So what better reason than to encourage our leaders? People are actually using this and looking for this. So it's all about location, and we want to make sure we're sharing that with everyone. So in order, if the leader has questions on how to enter a troop booth, they can see page 21 of the troop guide for further details. So this is a little bit about what the cookie booth locator looks like. Again, all a customer needs to do is type in their zip code. They can choose to search within just that zip code, or they can go out several miles wide to see where girls are selling cookies in their area.
Could you speak to Farm and Fleet just a second?
Yes.
So they want to know, here's the question. The Farm and Fleet, have you pre-applied for booths?
Yes.
Or are you advising troops to fill the form out on a troop by troop basis?
Great question. I've actually been in contact with the marketing department for Farm and Fleet, and we have filled out the solicitation request for Farm and Fleet. So you will find those locations on our booth scheduler when that opens. So troops will not need to contact their own Farm and Fleet. All they'll need to do is sign up on January 17th.
Now, do we want them to contact the Farm and Fleet?
Okay.
No.
The only reason I asked is I work for Farm and Fleet, so make sure to let your troop leaders know that when they contact the store may not know that, because we have not gotten any information about that. So, I mean, as a manager, if you come in and say, I need to schedule a booth, all I would know is you need to fill out that paper. I need to send that paper up to corporate. They need to approve that, and that takes several weeks.
Okay.
So you need to let them know.
If you all as the coordinators can help us pass that along as well, we will definitely pass it along in our troop training also.
Okay, but Emma has talked to their corporate
Yes.
office.
Yes, and I filled out.
So what you're saying, you as a manager have not heard any of that information?
No, but I work for the Sterling Farm and Fleet, so that's a different council. But when they send out information for Illinois, they send it out to all the Illinois stores. So usually when anything comes across as far as cookie sales go, they send us everything. Because even last year, I got information for Central Illinois, some Central Illinois troops, even though I work in a Northern Illinois store, but I live in Central Illinois Girl Scouts.
Mm-hmm.
We get that.
Yep.
Emma will do another follow-up with the corporate office to make sure we're on the same page. And thanks for that.
Yes, thank you very much, Danny. I appreciate it. So I will follow up and make sure that they do communicate that with their stores. Awesome. That's great to know. Thank you very much. That is something too, as you are, I know service unit coordinators help a lot with our troop training, so that is something you can pass along to them as well. Just making sure they know they have to go to Walmart or Sam's to sign up, but for most of the rest of them, they can go to our eBuddy site.
The Farm and Fleet will have to use the location.
Yes, yes, we'll have to use the booth scheduler, yes. So when a troop goes to enter their own booth site, they'll go to the booth site tab. Inside that booth site tab, they'll have the booth scheduler where they will sign up for any of our council hosted booths like at Walgreens or Farm and Fleet. A troop can also add their own booth sale, and that will allow them to appear on the cookie locator. And they will also use the booth sale recorder in that area as well. One key thing to note that in order to use that booth sale reporter, a troop does have to have their booth sale entered prior to the sale. If they hold the sale and then try to go in and say, I held this 2 weeks ago, eBuddy won't allow that to happen. So put those in early and often, because the more you're in there, the more you show up on that cookie locator. So we do offer our troops other additional opportunities within the cookie program as well. The first being National Girl Scout Cookie Weekend. This is a great weekend for our troops to host cookie booths, do some sort of a service activity, something. And so that will be February 28th through March 1st. No, not as of now. No. Operation Cookie Share is another opportunity we offer our girls. This is a great opportunity not only because our girls get to help and provide some support to our armed forces, but it's a great profit opportunity at $1 a box for each Operation Cookie Share donation. From the donation that a customer will make, the cookies are then delivered via Operation Santa. Little Brownie Baker delivers some, Soldiers Angels, and we as a council also do some local deliveries as well. Some of the recipients of our cookies in the past have included veteran homes, Blue Star Moms, National Guard, and first responders as well. One thing to note as we are talking to our leaders, the full $1 a box will not show up immediately in eBuddy. The extra 40 cents per box will show up as a credit on the troop sales report at the end of the program. So that is calculated outside of eBuddy and then added into the system. So troops will not see that extra $1 until the end of the program. They'll see the 60 cents, but that extra 40 will come at the end of the program. This year, again, girls have an opportunity to sign up for the 2020 Cookie Pro contest. This year is a really great opportunity because girls could win a trip to Orlando during the Girl Conference in 2020, and that's a great opportunity for them. So in order to sign up or to learn more, our leaders can visit girlscouts.org/cookiepro and begin entering as early as February 1st. Yes, we do. So it is an amazing opportunity. There will be 24 winners that will get to go to the GIRL conference in Orlando in 2020. They will have full VIP access to the conference. They will also have admission to all conference activities. They'll have backstage passes. One day they'll be able to have breakfast with the GSUSA CEO, and that's pretty cool. This is the largest event for girls in the world, so this is a great opportunity for a girl to get to go, all expenses paid. Again, that contest will run from February 1st through March 31st, and all the girl needs to do is answer a set of questions and submit a photo. So it's super, super easy, and how great would it be to be able to send a girl from Central Illinois to this wonderful opportunity? It would be amazing. We do offer cookie dough and rewards, and as a reminder, all of these rewards are based off of girl orders. So we do want to make sure that our troop leaders are using the girl order tab, because if they don't enter anything in the girl order tab, eBuddy will think there's been no sales and no rewards will be granted to the girls either. So as a reminder about cookie dough can be used for all kinds of different things, including paying for GSCI sponsored events like resident or day camp, a program, a one-day event, a trip. A girl could also use their cookie dough towards membership registration. This year, our cookie dough only rewards will be available in the Trefoil Boutique, so girls can purchase those only if they have cookie dough. Sometimes troops decide to combine all of their cookie dough money to maybe pay for a trip or buy uniforms for everyone or something like that. There is a permission form that we encourage our troops to use, and that will basically a parent will sign off saying they're aware that their leader is going to use their daughter's cookie dough card, and that way it's all above board and everyone knows where their money is being used. One thing we want to communicate to our troop leaders as well is that there is the availability for customers to sign up for a code to be used for online sales items on our GSUSA shop. So in order to get that code, all a leader or parent needs to do is go to our website and click the shop, where you see the little button there up at the very top right hand corner. They click shop, and then towards the middle or the bottom of the page, they'll see an icon here that you can see here that says redeem your cookie dough today. If they click that, they will fill out a form, and then they will be given an online code to be able to use their cookie dough for online purchases. They only have until September 7th to redeem their cookie dough for online purchases. They will still have 12 days then to use the cookie dough in our shops for items. So the reward order is our final phase of ordering. Again, girl orders must be entered into the girl order tab in order for rewards to be placed. If a troop leader has questions, they can see page 21 in our troop guide. If orders are placed after March 23rd, a leader can expect a little bit of a delay in receiving troop rewards. And then April 20th, the rewards will be available for troop and or parent pickup in all of our local service centers. Our opt-out option is back this year. So again, if a troop decides to opt out, they receive 85 cents per box instead of 60 cents per box. This year, there is a small change. We actually lowered the age requirement to include juniors and older girls as well. So a troop with juniors or older girls can choose to opt out of receiving rewards, cookie dough, and free memberships. That's one thing, as you talk about this opt-out option with your leaders, you will want to make sure that you let them know that, because at the end, sometimes it surprises some of them that they don't get cookie dough or the free memberships. One other thing too, this option does apply to the entire troop. So a troop can't choose girl by girl, it has to be an entire troop decision. That's a great way to teach the girls some decision-making skills. Troops must declare their opt-out option by January 16th, and they will do that by going to the Settings tab in eBuddy and checking the box next to Opt-out Rewards. It's very simple to opt out. So rewards for our girls, this year we have lots of fun and exciting rewards for our girls to earn by participating in the cookie program. So as a reminder, there are 3 reward categories based on total boxes sold, digital cookie sales, and Operation Cookie Share sales as well. Another reminder here, all rewards are cumulative except the 1,500 box level if a girl earns the Disney trip. Cookie dough also accumulates. So if a girl has sold 1,500 boxes, she will earn a total of $265 in cookie dough. Pretty good deal. So looking at our total sales rewards, you can see the items here next to their items. I'll read through them really quickly here for you. So for 25 boxes or more, the girl receives the Wow the World theme patch. At 75 boxes, an origami bandana and $5 in cookie dough is earned. The butterfly journal and $5 in cookie dough is at the 125 box level. 150 boxes earns a girl the light up butterflies and $5 in cookie dough. 200 boxes is the butterfly plush and $5 in cookie dough, and the butterfly plush is really super cute. I think the girls are going to absolutely adore it. At the 250 box level, a girl earns her free membership and $5 in cookie dough. At the 300 box level, $10 in cookie dough is earned. The 400 box is another $10 in cookie dough. At 500 boxes sold, a girl earns a $75 gift card to a store of her choice from Amazon, American Girl, or Walmart, or a $75 cookie dough card and an additional $20 in cookie dough. From 600 to 900 boxes, a girl earns $20 in cookie dough at each 100 box increment. 1,000 boxes sold earns a girl a $150 gift card of her choice, or $150 in cookie dough and $20 in cookie dough. At the 1,100 to 1,400 boxes, again, every 100 box increment earns a girl $20 in cookie dough. This 1,500 box level has a little bit of an update this year, which is another cool, exciting opportunity that our council is offering. So if a girl sells 1,500 or more boxes, she can choose a $350 gift card of her choice, including cookie dough, or she can choose a trip for one to the GIRL conference in Orlando, Florida, October 23rd through the 25th, and this reward includes transportation, meals, and hotels. I think CJ mentioned this a little bit earlier, but we are gearing this reward towards our older girls, 14 and older, because this is just a trip for one. So we want to make sure that it's an older girl and they can handle it.
A girl who can travel without her parents.
Yes. Along with that reward or the gift card choice, a girl will also receive a Superseller t-shirt, a Superseller patch, and $20 in cookie dough. 1,600 boxes or more, a girl earns $20 at each 100 box increment. And at the 2,500 or more box level is our famous Disney trip, 4 days, 3 nights lodging at Disney World with a 3-day park hopper pass plus airfare for the Girl Scout and I stumbled over my words there, for the Girl Scout and a chaperone, or the girl can choose an iPad Pro this year. So that's actually a little bit, you'll want to update that. Instead of a MacBook Pro, they'll be receiving an iPad Pro. To note here, all rewards are cumulative except at the 1,500 box level. If a girl earns the Disney trip or the iPad Pro, they will earn and keep all levels, including the 1,000 box level, but the 1,500 box level is not included. One key thing we added this year, in order for the Disney trip reward to be received by the parent or guardian or the girl who earned it, the balance must be paid in full by the final ACH date of April 7th. If a parent or guardian does not have their balance paid in full by April 7th, then they will forfeit that Disney trip.
The reason why we're doing this is twofold. First, the last couple of years, we've had a leader or leaders who placed their orders at the end of the program, got stuck with heavy debt, and we're selling the cookies over the summer. Our program ends when it ends, and so we don't like our leaders selling cookies over the summer. And also it puts them in a tight spot. So once they know that they have to have payment in full by the due date, it'll be a different story on how they order the cookies.
Absolutely. So that is one communication piece that you'll again will want to pass along to your leaders as well. Any girl who earns 1,500 boxes or more will be invited to the Super Seller Celebration on Sunday, May 31st, and this year it will be at Camp Tapawingo. So that's always a fun afternoon with the girls who have earned that reward. Looking at our digital cookie rewards, if a girl sends 30 or more emails, she'll receive the Cookie Techie patch. If she sells 60 or more boxes online, she receives a flying disc. And at 100 or more boxes on the digital order card site, she'll receive the aluminum water bottle. So again, all very cool rewards. Operation Cookie Share sales also earn girls rewards. For 12 or more donations, a girl earns the gift of caring patch. The butterfly carabiner is earned if a girl has 24 or more donations. And at 50 or more donations, the girl can throw herself a little party for doing so well at Operation Cookie Share with a mini disco ball.
That is cool.
It's pretty fun. So these are the items that will be available for purchase with cookie dough only in our boutiques, and our prices are listed there as well. And no, you're not seeing things. There is a $6 t-shirt available and also a duffel bag for $10. So really, you can't beat these prices. And I think our girls will really like the items that we have offered for their cookie dough purchases. We will also have a few patches available in our Trefoil boutiques for $1. Those patches include our Cookie Rookie patch, the Booth Sale patch, and the 2020 Bar patch. So again, those are available for $1 in our shop. This year, GSCI is going to be piloting a new instant rewards program. So we're hoping to generate a little bit of interest and spark some girls into selling by participating in this instant rewards program. So what you see here are the different items that a girl will earn for reaching different sales levels. They're all really cute, about 2.5–3 inches probably. Backpack clips, which are very hot for girls right now. I did a couple of recruitment events at schools, and girls' backpacks are just covered in these clips. So I think we'll be right on the money with this program. So the Instant Rewards program this year is known as the League of Legendary Creatures. We have been collecting troop information. Any troops that have been interested have been contacting me and letting me know how many girls have registered and will participate in the cookie program. And we will be drawing a lottery here soon and notifying troops in early November if they are participating in the program. So this pilot program is designed to create girl and troop engagement and participation via rewards. So a girl will actually instantly earn her first reward by signing her parent permission slip, or her parents signing her parent permission slip, but they will earn a lanyard and up to 5 backpack clips when reaching selling levels from 75 boxes to 275 boxes. These girls in the Instant Reward Pilot Program won't earn the first few items, the bandana, the journal, and the light up butterflies, but they will earn the plush at the 200 box level, the free membership at the 250 box level, and then all other rewards at 300 boxes or more. And the girls will receive all of their cookie dough and patches that they've earned as well from this program. We also want everyone to know we'll be picking 11 troops from each region for this lottery for participation in the Instant Rewards Pilot Program. So look at this for troop leaders who participate in the Instant Reward Program. They will pick up the rewards from their regional office. They'll have a number based on how many girls are participating in their troop, how many of each item they'll receive. So that is a mix of rewards based on their registered girls. They'll place their initial order, and then they will actually give out that first instant reward the night the parent signs that permission form. They will give out lanyards once that parent permission form has been signed and returned to the troop leader. And then the troop leader will, at each meeting, will give girls the rewards based on cookie sales. So it's a really great way for girls to see who's selling and doing well in their troop. It may encourage girls, oh, I really want to get that Yeti clip. And so maybe they'll sell more in order to get a certain backpack clip. And then the leader will want to make sure to enter the reward order for other rewards like cookie dough, patches, anything 300 boxes or above. And those will be placed via eBuddy by participating in the Girl Order tab. There is lots of volunteer support that Little Brownie offers for you and for our leaders as you prepare for the cookie program, including a social resources planner. So those are on your way for you as coordinators. This is a great place to take a look at when posts should be made, maybe when you should encourage troops to do certain things. And so for councils and service unit leagues, this is a great opportunity. It has stickers, it has tips, and that way you can plan all of your social media before the cookie season even starts. And then it's as simple as, oh, today is Tuesday, I need to post this on Facebook or send out this message through eBuddy. So a really cute and cool opportunity to help organize your social media life. There are also social resources on littlebrownie.com. It allows you to add impact to your social media story, including girl success stories. You can share recipes for cookies, targeted season posts for different times of the year. And these social resources are great for coordinators, for our troop leaders, for families. It has posts already pre-written as well as strategies. And it also includes a mailer for councils and service leads as well. So on our Girl Scout website, we have videos on most of the processes we've described to you tonight, including the initial order process, girl orders, reward order. There's a video on the digital order card process. The girl parent training material is available on our website, and all kinds of other resources for you, for our troop leaders, and for our parents. Any form or publication that a parent or troop leader or coordinator may need will also be found under the cookie section of getyourgirlpower.org. Cookie dough will expire September 19th, 2020. So once those cookie dough cards have been earned and April 20th rolls around, we want to make sure that our leaders are picking up those rewards and giving those cards out as soon as they can, so girls have as long as they can to use up that cookie dough for programs or camps or boutique items. Remember too, along with this cookie dough, if a troop leader or parent wants to shop online with that cookie dough, they have to register online by September 7th this upcoming year.
Okay, there has just been the Farm and Fleet, so
Okay.
has a couple questions. Jessica wants to know, or Jess wants to know if the Farm and Fleet in Quincy is participating.
Not on our list at this time.
Okay, that is not on our list at this time. You want to open it up? For
Yes. The sound?
And then there was another comment that if it's really crummy weather, then sometimes the girls are allowed in the foyer.
Very nice. Very nice. Very good. I have opened up the chat line, so if anybody has any questions and you couldn't use the chat box or anything like that, we can hear you now.
I have a question. This is Laura. I must have missed it because I didn't write it down. When is the initial order due?
Initial order is due January 16th.
January.
I'll look in my guide.
Okay, CJ is gonna check on.
It is, I'll look on the first page of the order, and it is due January 14th.
14th. I had my even numbers mixed up. I apologize, Laura.
That's okay. Like I said, I completely missed it. Then the other question I have is that January 6th thing that you guys were talking about with opening up digital cookies to the girls on that date. Is it just like a enticement email that they're going to get, or are those people actually going to be able to order cookies where they're going to know that they're going to need those cookies on hand?
They are, so it's going to open early, and the customers actually will receive an email to shop. And so
the way it'll work is customers can get shipped orders right away, and they'll say the online or the girl delivery option won't be available until February 7th.
Okay, that's what my curiosity was, if these people who are on January 6th would be able to say, hey, I want them delivered to my house.
Yep, so it gives them a nice little jump start, you know. And I think other, you know, there are some troops that are around the boundary areas, and this is a nice alternative for those girls as well.
because I know some of our border areas, a council may start before us, and so this actually gives girls an opportunity to still make sales without having the cookies on hand at the time.
So there we go.
Any other questions?
All right.
All right. Well, CJ and I both thank you all very much for taking time out of your evening. Again, we know World Series is on and you have any number of other things to worry about, but we appreciate you taking time this evening to learn a little bit about cookies. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to Jessica in Quincy or myself or CJ, and any three of us would be happy to answer your questions.
Okay.
Anything else?
All right. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.
All right. See you soon, everyone. Thank you very much.